Clackamas Community College Theater Department is putting on a show called the Laramie Project. We got the chance to talk with the director and some of the cast members about the show.
The Laramie Project is a play that was devised by a company called the Tectonic Theater Company. And what they did was they went to Laramie, Wyoming in 1998 to do interviews surrounding a dreadful incident with a young man where he was taken from a bar, tied up to a fence, and beaten, eventually hospitalized, and he eventually died.
Susan McKenna, a cast member in the Laramie Project, actually grew up in Laramie, Wyoming, where the play takes place. Here, she shares a bit of what it was like growing up in Laramie.
So growing up in Laramie, when I was growing up in Laramie, it was clearly ancient times. I remember waking up to the sound of meadowlarks. That was a wonderful, wonderful way to wake up. And that long ago, I remember sort of running in a pack of kids. The whole neighborhood would go out and, we'd be gone all day and go down to the creek and walk around and go to places we probably weren't supposed to go. And
the Laramie Project was written with a deep meaning and is meant to deliver a great message.
Well, to me personally, I don't know, I think this is a very important show. Growing up, I did a lot of theater, and many, if not most of my friends were gay, so I think it's very important that this show raises a lot of questions about the issues of gay rights in this country.
So I think the Laramie Project has a broader message than simply what happened in Laramie, Wyoming, and I hope it will create awareness and discussions that these things happen in a lot of different ways, not simply against gay people, but that is still a very potent arena of hate. I think the Laramie Project does a pretty nice job of balancing the arguments between people who feel one way about homosexuality and another way about homosexuality.
Well, I mean, I've always looked at this show as a universal theme. The victim in the true story of Matthew Shepard he was beaten to death for being gay. But the beauty of the play, I think, personally, is that it really stands for anyone who is discriminated against or who feels like they're an outcast in society. So this man happened to be gay, but every day, everywhere, there's people who are hated for a multitude of reasons. And that's why I love the plays. I feel like it galvanizes people behind any cause.
With such a tragic and eventful incident, this play brings hope for change.
I think the result is, although the subject is really rather serious and sad, that ultimately there is good that does come out of it, and the ultimate message, I think, at the end is more positive and hopeful.
I hope it raises awareness for those issues, especially in kind of a small community like Oregon City. I think it's great that we're having a chance to do this show here and maybe bring up some of these questions as part of an ongoing dialogue.
I hope it'll just cause people to just think a little bit about putting yourself in someone else's shoes.